Hi, welcome to your beginner vinyasa flow. And we're just going to start with seated on the mat. It's going to take a few moments just to drop into our body and center ourselves. So with your legs crossed, you're welcome to have those palms up to receive some energy, or if you need a little grounding today, you can put those palms down. Good. And we're just going to breathe in here. Feel that beautiful expansion of the ribs. And exhale, letting that air flow out. Good. Just taking a few moments to just arrive. You're going to have those eyes closed. It's always a beautiful opportunity to turn on our sixth sense, our body sense. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and open up your eyes. We're going to reach those arms out to a low V. Fingertips are brightened out towards me. And we're going to take a big breath in, breathing in. Hands together in prayer over your head. And then drawing those hands to heart center. Good. Breathing in. Starting to connect our breath with movement. Exhale, drawing those hands right to heart center. Beautiful. One more time. Breathing in. Bring this calm, beautiful energy around your body. And just bringing it through your mind and right into your heart. Wonderful. Let's start to warm up the spine. So we're going to roll backwards. You can let the head drop. The spine just goes in this beautiful flexion. And then you can bring your heart forward, pushing your knees back, lifting up your heart. Extension. Good, rounding back. So these are seated cat backs, so round. Beautiful, coming through. Lifting the heart, feeling the shoulders nice and open. Good, one more time. Rolling back, tucking the tailbone, mid-spine, and then the head drops. Breathing in, coming through center. Just waving the spine forward, head up, chest up. Beautiful. And then land right back into your neutral position. Let's go into some rotation. So we're going to circle our spine. This always feels so nice just to feel the fluidity and that nice flow of the spine circling. Good. Let's reverse, go in the opposite direction. Just finding some freedom here. Good, just starting to get that spine moving in all different directions. Good, one more circle here. And we'll come back to the center. Okay, reaching those arms out. Let's inhale, lift the arm up. And we're gonna just side bend over. So you can place the other hand on the mat. Good. Try to anchor down into that sitting bone as you reach. Good. Breathing in. Good. And then arms just sway over to the other side. That top arm rainbows over your head. Good. And dropping through that hip, feeling that nice length through the side. And then let's flow. So we're just gonna flow like your grass out in the bush, just flowing here. Introducing some fluidity into the side body. Good, one more time. Beautiful, we'll bring both arms up, lengthen through the spine, and open the arms up. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to come forward onto all fours. So we'll come onto our hands and knees. Beautiful. Those wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips. Just making a tabletop. So we're going to take a breath in and we're going to tuck that tailbone under. Round through the spine. Come into that angry cat position. Round it up. And then soften the spine through the neutral line. And head comes up and tail comes up. Pow. And start to really articulate. So first the tail tucks. Mid-spine. You feel the shoulders gently separate as your head drops. Feel those abdominals working. And then soften through the spine. Head up, tail up. Beautiful. One more time. Articulating. The spine loves this movement. Good. When you round through the spine, you can push on the outer edges of your pinkies like you're going to split the mat in two. Breathe in between your shoulder blades where you feel that stretch. And then soften the spine back through neutral. And you can draw the base of your palms towards your knees. Good. Lift your heart, look forward. Feeling the stretch across the ribs. Beautiful. And then finding your neutral position. Good. And then we can circle here again. Yes, just getting some flow going even more. You can let your spine snake or circle. This is your time to explore movement. The spine is going to be so happy, nice and warmed up. Maybe one more circle. Good. And we arrive back at our tabletop. Okay. We're going to put our toes together and bring our knees to the corners of the mat or the edge of the mat. And then we're going to sit back. This is our child's pose. The arms are outstretched in front of you. This is a beautiful place to come anytime during your flow when you just need a little break, a little time to reset. Child's pose is perfect for that. A beautiful surrender. Opportunity to just feel the hips stretch, the spine decompress, and come back to center. Good. Another nice big breath in. And then on the exhale, we can shift forward, back to hands and knees. We separate the feet and bring the knees back in line. Beautiful. From here, we're going to tuck those toes under. Take a nice breath in. And on the exhale, I want you to make an S sound and feel your belly button pull towards your spine. You feel that wrapping sensation? Good. Let the belly relax. This is our inner core. Breath in. Exhale, connect with the floor. Good. We're going to keep that on to protect our back. We're going to lift our knees to a little hover, and then we lift the hips all the way up. Straighten those legs, push back, and we're in our first down dog. So in down dog here, we're just softening the chest towards the floor. And we're just encouraging those heels to drop. And we can even walk our dog here, just bending and straightening the legs. Remember, we want to keep those hips nice and high and create space between your ears and your shoulders. Your head is just relaxed down. Beautiful. All right, let's rise up onto both tippy toes. Good, and then we're going to just take little walks to the top of the mat. Tippy toe, tippy toe. Good, coming here into our forward fold. Letting the body relax here. Good, breath in, slight bend of the knees. Pull the abdominals in, and we're going to slowly roll up. We're just stacking vertebrae on top of vertebrae on top of vertebrae. And then we roll our shoulders back, head high, and we land in our mountain pose. Mountain is a beautiful pose of strength. So feel your feet grounded into the mat, almost as if they're like roots, and you can feel Feel the energy coming up through the legs, through the body. Those shoulders are nice and open and wide, and fingertips are energized. Good. Let's connect with our breath again. We're going to breathe in, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Just feeling this beautiful length of your spine. Good. Inhale, breathing in. Connect. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. One more time. Rooting down as we energize up. Good. Hands in prayer. And bring those hands back to heart center. Good. You can close your eyes. And if you'd like, I invite you to set a little intention for your class, for your practice today. Maybe it's something you just want to cultivate more in your life. Maybe it's love, patience, energy, compassion, focus. Maybe there's something that you want to let go of. Whatever it is, seal that intention into your hands. Good. You can open up your eyes. We're going to bring it right through our heart, right through our mind, and then we're going to simply let it go. Beautiful. Good. All right, we're going to start our flow. So we're going to come to the top of the mat. The sun has come out. It feels so good. Yes, keeping those toes pointed forward, starting in our mountain. We're going to breathe in. Energy around the body. Breathe in as the arms come up. Hands together in prayer. And exhale. Forward fold. Round down to Jambu. Good. Inhale. Halfway lift. Flat back. It's our first flat back. Hands are on the shins. We're reaching out to our tailbone and the crown of the head at the same time. Really feeling the length here. Good. Exhale. Forward fold. Placing the hands at the top of the mat. And we're going to step back. Down dog. Good. Softening the chest towards the floor. We're going to take a nice big breath in. And then we're going to just rise up onto our toes. Tuck your tailbone under and let your spine ripple all the way forward into high plank. You might have to move your hands a little bit. We're just going to go into our first modified chaturanga. Okay, so from plank, we're going to lower our knees, untuck our toes. Good, you can stay here, bring the hips a little bit forward, but we're going to slowly control rolling all the way to the mat. So those elbows are gliding along your ribcage. You're going to roll the shoulders back and you lift up into this baby cobra. So nice to extend the upper spine. Good, lower down. And then we're going to push ourselves back, big push. Good, we shift back to child's pose for just a moment. Good, we shift back forward, tuck our toes under, pull our abs in to lift our knees, lift our hips, straighten our legs, down dog. Good, breathing in, breathing out. Knowing that our down dog is always our active rest. This is where we come back to our breath. Take another nice big breath in. And then on the exhale, we're going to take a giant step to the top of the mat. Bring the other foot to join. We come up into our halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, breathing in. Good. All the way back up. Good. Gorgeous. All right, starting our vinyasa flow. Here we go. We're gonna breathe in, arms come along the side of the body. Hands together in prayer. Exhale, bow down to the sun. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Hands to the top of the mat. We step back, down dog. Good. Up here, we're gonna lift our right leg straight back. This is three-legged dog. We're gonna bend the knee and let the hip open up so the knee opens to the side. And then we're gonna circle our foot. You can feel this beautiful opening in the front pocket of that right leg. Good, reverse the circles of the foot. Good, and then we straighten that leg out on a diagonal. And then we rotate our hip back to square off on the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, we shift forward into crouching tiger. This is starting to fire up our core, pulling the knee to the chest. Inhale, reach the leg back. Good, this time we're gonna step all the way through. Bend the knee to the nose, big step. Okay, look at your feet. You want them to be on train tracks. So separate them a little bit if you need to. Now we're gonna hover our right fingertips above the mat. Push into the front foot. Now this can be a little bit wobbly. It's okay. We're rising up to our high crescent. Good, my front knee is bent. Back leg is straight. But I'm looking forward. From here, we're gonna lift the rib cage off the pelvis, open up our arms into our goddess with a baby back bend. Breathe into your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up, hands together in prayer. And then forward fold, reaching your heart over your knees. Hands down, step back, down dog. Okay, we get to do the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Good. We're gonna bend the knee and open up the hip. Good, circling the foot. It's a beautiful way to start to open up the front of the hip here. Reverse the circles of the foot. Good. We're gonna inhale, straighten that leg on the diagonal, and then just rotate your hip back down. Take a breath in, and then exhale. We're gonna go knee to nose and pause. Feeling the core starting to fire up. Inhale, reach the leg back, three-legged dog. Breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, and then we take that giant step forward. Checking your feet. Good, reaching your hands forward. Pushing through the front foot and the back foot to rise up. Good, high crescent. Breath in. And for our extension here, let's put our hands together in prayer. Bend our elbows so the thumbs are right on the back of the neck. And then lift up and go back. Beautiful extension, heart opener. Good, inhale, reach those arms up. Good, and then be forward fold. We're energizing forward. Always move with intention. Hands to the top of the mat. Step back, down dog. Beautiful. So that's our first flow. We can either stay here in down dog, or you're welcome to come in a child's pose if you need a break, or we'll flow through our modified chaturanga. So we wave the spine forward. Good, finding our high plank. We're going to drop the knees, untuck the toes, and we lower ourselves all the way down. Good, roll the shoulders back, lift the head and chest, baby cobra. Notice my head isn't here, right? Chin is slightly tucked, protecting my neck, lower down. Good, here's our big push-up. Ready? We're gonna push ourselves up and back. Sit back on our heels for just a moment. Good, shift back forward. We're gonna untuck the toes. Good. Pull the knees up. Let's lift, straighten the legs. Down dog. Beautiful. We'll take 2 nice big breaths in. Breathing in. Exhale, let it go. Breathing in. And on this exhale, we're going to travel to the top. So you can take a giant step forward, or you can take a little bunny hop if you'd like. Slightly bend the knees, look to the top of the mat, and trying to land softly. Good, we come into our forward fold. We come for our halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then we root to rise to roll up. Rolling vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Rolling our shoulders back, landing back into our mountain. Good, just taking a moment here, feeling all that beautiful energy running through the body. Good. And we're going to add on to our flow. So we're breathing in, we root down as we rise the arms along the side of the body. Hands together in prayer. And exhale, forward fold. Bowing down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back. Beautiful stretch for your hamstrings. Forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat. Step back. Down dog. Remember those hips are nice and high. Okay, we're going to breathe in. Lift that right leg up. 3-legged dog. And we're going to go knee to nose. This time we just step all the way through. Lift those hips. Place the foot down. Good. Push through the feet. Energize the fingertips. Rising up through high crescent. We've been here. And now we glide into our new pose, Warrior 2. Great. With Warrior 2, our front toes are forward. The back foot is parallel to the front. Okay, make sure that knee is not rolled in. Knee is lined up with the second toe. Arms are energized, and that rib cage is right over the pelvis. Let's go ahead and flip the palm. The legs stay the same, but the upper body reaches forward. And then we lift up to go back, reverse warrior. Good. Make sure that front knee stays bent. It likes to straighten. The back hand slides down the back of the leg. You can look up at your palm, or you can look down, whatever feels good on your neck. Breathe into those right ribs. Good. Keep the legs same. Come back to Warrior 2. Good. And then we find softness. We soften the arms, cartwheel them down, spin the back foot, step back, down dog. Beautiful. All right, second side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Good. Exhale, knee to nose, and take that big step. And try to lift the hips to step the foot forward. Good. Pressing through the feet and energizing out as you come up. Good. We come into our high crescent, and then we glide into our Warrior 2. We're just checking that alignment again. That knee is right over that second toe. The ribs aren't here, right? We're right stacked. Arms are strong, looking over the middle finger. We're going to flip our palm. Then we reach forward, and we lift up to go back. We want to protect our spine here, so we lift and create space. Arm overhead, make sure that front knee stays bent. Breathe into those left ribs. Good. Exhale. Back to Warrior 2 arms. And then softness. We cartwheel the arms. Spin the back foot. The toes are forward. Step back. Down dog. Beautiful. So always an option to rest here in your active down dog. Or we can flow through chaturanga. Let's go for a full one here. We're going to tuck the tailbone under, right? You can always modify, but if you want to find full chaturanga, we come to our high plank. We lower our elbows just to the rib cage, untuck the toes, push in, straighten the arms, lift the heart, pull the shoulders back. Upward dog. Pull the abdominals in to lift the hips. Roll over the toes. Down dog. Beautiful. Some good power there. So re-establish your breath here. Come back to your center. This is what down dog is so lovely to do. Good. And then on your next exhale, we're going to travel to the top. So you can either step or take that bunny hop to the top. We come for the halfway lift. We just flush it out. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Rolling through the spine. Good, rolling the shoulders back into our mountain pose. Good, taking a moment here. Gorgeous. Let's add on to our new pose. So we're going to ground through the feet. We're going to rise up, breathing. Good. Exhale, hands through heart center, energizing forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, lengthen to the spine. Forward fold. Hands to the top of the mat. Step back. Down dog. Good. We're going to inhale, lift the right leg up. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to nose. Breathe out. Step forward. Good. Pushing down to rise up. So now we get to flow from pose to pose. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, spin the back foot so it's parallel to the front. Warrior two. Flip the palm. Reach forward. Reverse warrior. Good. Coming back to warrior two. Beautiful. Adding on our new pose, which is our side angle. So we bend the front elbow, place it on the top of the leg, and rainbow that top arm over your head. This is that yummy stretch for the side. Here you want to check and make sure your knee hasn't gone in. Knees over the second toe. Maybe you bring that arm back a little bit. Feel that extra stretch. Right, you take a little bit more time in a new pose. Breathing in. Beautiful. All right, keep those legs the same. We come back to our warrior two. And we're going to straighten the front leg. And we're going to exalt to our warrior. So you're reaching your spear up to the sun. This is a beautiful counter stretch where it now opens up where we were just flexed over. Breathing in. Feel that whole line of energy through that whole right side from toes to fingertips. And the hippo agrees. All right, we're going to bend our front knee. Come to your warrior two. And then just like a waterfall, we find the softness in the arms. We rotate the back foot, step back, down dog. All right, here we go with the left leg. Inhale, left leg lifts. Good. Exhale, knee to nose. Lift those hips to step through. Pressing down to come up, reaching through those arms. Breathing through high crescent, gliding right into your warrior two. Good. Rotate the palm, reach forward, lift up to go back, reverse warrior. Good. Coming back to warrior two. Adding on our new pose, side angle. So, forward, arm on the leg. And rainbow that arm Now, did that front leg lose its bend? Get deeper in the bend. Keep about carving that left rib underneath. And keep about pushing the outer edge of that right foot. Just really find the length here. Take the breath in. Good. We come back to warrior two. And then we get to exalt our warrior. Straighten the front leg. Reach the spear up. Breathe in through this left side. Beautiful release. Another focused breath into those left ribs. And then exhale, bend the front knee. Warrior two. And find that softness. Rotate. Foot swings. Step back. Down dog. Beautiful. Good. You can choose to stay here or flow through our chaturanga. We're going to tuck that tailbone under. If you're modifying, just lower the knees. Full chaturanga, we're bending our elbows just to the rib cage. Untuck the toes. Press the arms straight. Open up the chest. Lift. Good. Pull those abs in to lift the hips. Roll over the toes. Down dog. Beautiful. Take a nice big breath in here. Exhale, let it go. Really gently pulling those abs in on the exhale. Feel that support. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, traveling to the top. You can take that giant step or your little bunny hop to the top. We come for your halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Root to rise. Leave those arms hanging. You can leave them hanging the whole time, or as you start to rise, you roll the shoulders back, head comes up, and the arms can come up again here if you like. Always an option. Hands come to heart center. Good. Just taking a moment here again. Beautiful place to come back to our breath. Good. All right. We are going to add on one more pose. Special pose, our triangle, so we can get used to doing our triangle. So we're going to breathe in. Arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to the top of the mat. Step back. Down dog. All right, here we go. Breathe in. Let's really connect our movement with our breath. So this is a breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. Breath out. Breathe in. Come up, high crescent. Breathe out. Warrior two. Breathe in. Flip the palm. Reach forward. Breathe out. Reverse warrior. Breathe in. Warrior two. Exhale. Arm on the leg. Side angle. Breathe in here. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in, straighten the front leg, exalted warrior. Good. Now keep the legs straight and bring the arms back to warrior two. This is where we heel toe our back leg in to shorten our stance. We're still in warrior two, the heel, or warrior two bottom feet. Heel lines up with the foot. Moving in a triangle, we reach the upper body forward. Good, and then we rotate the ribs, shoulders, and head. And we come into our triangle. Beautiful addition here to stretch into that side again. Good, head can look up or down. Think about your hands being stacked on top of each other. And then gently press the back of your palm into that front leg. Helps to increase the rotation. Okay, we're going to come out of this slowly. It's a big stretch, so pull the abdominals in and come back up to warrior two arms. And then bend that front knee, warrior two. And then soften the arms, rotate hands down, step back, down dog. Ooh, it's heating up here at Sashwa. Okay, let's go with the left leg. Inhale, leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward, big step. Push down to rise up. Inhale. Exhale, glide into warrior two. Flip the palm and reach forward. Reverse. It's as if you're moving through liquid silver here. Connected. Back to warrior two. Bend the front elbow. Side angle. Breathe in. Good. Back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Exalt your warrior. Come back, warrior two. We're going to shorten the stance. Good. Now from here, you're going to shift the ribcage forward. And then you're going to spin ribcage, shoulders, and head as one piece. And then you're going to find your triangle arms. Good. Think about pushing on the outer edge of that back foot. Those hands are stacked one on top of the other. And that gentle press into the front leg. Notice how that helps you create more rotation. Big stretch. Breathe right into that right side. Okay, we're going to pull our abs in for support to come back up to warrior two. And then we bend that front knee. Good. And we rotate the hands down. Spin the back foot. Step back. Down dog. Lovely. So nice. Either staying here or coming to child's pose or flowing into our last chaturanga flow. Tucking the tailbone under, rippling the spine forward. Good. Bending those elbows just to the ribs, untuck the toes. That helps protect your shoulders. Good. Lifting up. Pull the abs in, roll over the toes into your down dog. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful work. One more big breath in. And breathing out. And we can bend our knees. And we do that little bunny hop, honey hop. Come for your halfway lift. Flat back. Flush it out. Forward fold. And then root to rise. Roll out. Right shoulder goes backwards. And exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a few moments to come back to your breath. Come back to your center. Have an awareness of your entire body here. Mind connected to body. All right, with that beautiful focus, we're going to go into our balance. All right, so we're going to go into our tree pose. All right, so from here, remember when we are balancing, we want to look out at something in front of us. So you're going to look at something, but you're going to have a soft gaze. Okay, this is our distry. It helps us with our balance. I also want you to think right below your belly button. This is your center of gravity. Okay, so that's going to help to gently pull that in. So let's shift our weight slightly over to your right foot. You're going to feel balanced on this side. And your foot positions are either your toes stay on the mat, the heel comes into the ankle. Or you can place the bottom of the foot on the cuff, okay? Or if you'd like to go for the full tree, you can assist your foot to the inside of your standing leg. It helps to push that foot into that stable leg for balance. Keep looking at your little spot out in front of you. So pull that lower belly button in. And then we're going to breathe in. Take the hands to heart center. Push the palms together as we raise our hands. All the way to the top. And when we breathe in, we open the branches on our tree. Good. Bring those hands together. Good. And bring them back down to heart center, lengthening through the crown. Good. From there, we're going to bend our knee in front of us and hiya, kick it out. Good. We got to let it go after all that focus. I almost let it go before. I was thinking about our karate chop. All right. Now, standing back, grounded between both feet, and then now the slight shift to your left leg. Choosing your foot position. Okay, making sure you find that little spot out in front of you. Something to focus on. Good. Pressing that leg in, that foot into the standing leg. Okay, hands together in prayer. Press the hands together and start to rise up. Beautiful. Focus. Good. And then we can open up those arms. Good. Now, if you fall a little bit, it's okay, right? You're just practicing coming back to center. It is all good. Hands come back together. And drawing those hands back to heart center. This beautiful, keen focus. Good. We can bring that knee to tabletop and hiya, kick it out. Okay, beautiful. Shake those legs out a little bit. Really nice work. We're going to head down to the mat. Yay, coming to the mat. But we're going to do just another little balance before we get there. So we're going to rise up onto our tippy toes. Notice your ankles might roll out, so I want you to push through the big toe on both feet. Reach the arms out in front of you. Find your balance. And then we're going to slowly start to lower. So you bend the knee, but I want you to stick your bum out. Counterbalancing here. We're slowly lowering. You can always drop your heels whenever you need. And you can keep them lifted carefully, slowly lowering down. Good. And then we're going to sit onto our bum. You bring your hand back if you'd like to have a little seat. Wonderful. All right. Let's work our core a little bit. Just going to do a little bit of abdominal work. Okay, so we're going to bring our hands behind our knees. Beautiful. And we're just going to tuck that tailbone under just slightly. We're going for a little bit more balance here. We're going to lift one leg up and then the other leg up. Good. Now here, take the weight of your legs in your hands so that you can really feel the scoop of the tailbone and those abs pulling in. Our abdominals are helping us balance here as well. Good, and then we can straighten our legs. Hippo like that. Bend the knees. Good, we can straighten again. Good, and bend. So this is prep for our boat. We can straighten again. If you'd like, you can let go. You can stay here, or you can try to lower a little bit and come back up. Yes, hold on to it. Grab the back of the legs. Bend the knees, place them down. Excellent. Let's go ahead and straighten those legs out. Then move your seat back a little bit. Good. We're going to inhale, reach those arms up. We're going to go for a beautiful seated forward fold. Good. Rounding forward. You can always bend your knees here so that you're right on those sitting bones. You can gently grab your ankles or your calves or your feet. Let your head be relaxed. Okay, we're going to start to roll down on our back, but we're going to travel there with a few little train stops. So we're going to reach those arms forward. I'm going to take a breath in We're gonna tuck the tailbone under. We're gonna roll back just a little bit. I'm gonna clap once. Good, roll back a little bit more. 2 claps. Roll back a little bit more. We only have 4 stations. 3 claps. 1, 2, 3. Good, roll back just before your shoulder blades are gonna hit. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. And then let go. Oh, it feels so nice to lay down after that. Just taking a moment here. Really nice. Okay, let's go and bend our knees. We're gonna open up the front body and the front of the hips with a little bit of a bridge. So we want our heels pretty close to our bum here. Shoulders are rolled back. The back of the arms are gently pressing in the mat. And take a breath in. And we're gonna roll our low back in the mat. So you can feel your pant line pressing down. From there, you're gonna squeeze your bum and just slowly start to lift the hips. And you're gonna peel vertebrae by vertebrae all the way off the mat until we come into our bridge. Good, we can feel this nice opening in the front of the hips. We're squeezing the glutes to support the low back and the pelvis. Good, taking a breath in. And then on the exhale, we're gonna just soften the ribs. Think about the top of the ribs closing together to roll down the upper back. And then roll through the mid back. And then here, tuck the tailbone under and see if you can get your waistline down before your bottom hits. Ooh, that's a really nice release and stretch for the low spine, right? Our lumbar spine. Let's do that again. Breath in. Exhale, roll the low back into the mat. Good. Squeeze the glutes. Peel vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up into our bridge. Gentle squeeze of those glutes. Breath in. And then exhale. We just feel the softness. And visualize dropping vertebrae by vertebrae down through the mid-spine. And then that extra tuck of the tailbone to try to roll through that lumbar curve. Roll all the way through. And then feel that tailbone heavy in your back in the neutral. So nice. All right. Let's straighten out our left leg. And we're going to pull our right knee to the chest. I'm just going to give it a nice hug. We're headed into our supine twist. A nice hug here. Good. We're going to take the leg across the body. So your left hand holds onto the knee and take it over. Good. And then you're going to outstretch your right arm. You can let your head rotate. Beautiful. Softening that shoulder down. Breathing into your side. This top hand can gently press down very slightly to create a little bit more resistance. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful twist of the spine. All right, and we're going to recruit our core to bring our knees back. Pulse in. We're purposely cutting off a little circulation here because we're going to release and let the legs spring forward. And all that fresh new blood flows into the hip. Good. Now take a moment. Just notice your right leg compared to your left leg. That might feel lighter or more energized. The body loves to recognize change, so just taking a moment to recognize that. Okay, good. Then the left knee. Give it that nice hug. Reach through the toes of that straight leg. Right hand goes on the knee. Take it across the body. And then you outstretch the other arm, palm up to the sky. Softening into the stretch, getting that rotation. Thinking that top hip is moving away from your shoulder. You want to create space here on the side. Good, big breath in. And exhale, let it go. Gently engage the core to bring the knee back to the chest. Good. Giving it a little hug here. Good. And then we release the hands, let that leg spring up and down. Good. Again, giving you just a moment. Letting that nervous system recognize a little bit of change, a little bit of release. You let go in that head. All right, heading into our last pose. And we're going to go for our happy baby. This is such a fun pose. Okay, we're going to roll the low back into the mat. We're just going to bring our bent knees up. We're going to take peace fingers and we can grab our toes. Okay, you can also just grab your ankles or the back of your legs, whatever is available to you. And then we just rock. We go from side to side. Yes, just like a happy baby discovering their feet. It feels so good. Notice too, this beautiful rock of the spine. The nervous system also loves this. We're just dropping into that relaxed state before we head to Shavasana. You can play with bending and straightening one leg. That's fun too. And that nice stretch. All right, and we're going to come back to center. Good, we're going to pull our knees in. One last time, give them a nice big squeeze. Good. Now, we're going to head into our Shavasana. And everybody's favorite pose, it's also called corpse pose, right? We're going to be laying down. Arms are in a low V and legs. Now, before we totally settle, I want to take you through a progressive tension release. This is a beautiful way to connect with your nervous system to let it know it's okay to let go. So what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze our eyes shut really tight. We're going to clench our teeth down. We're going to pull our shoulders up to our ears. We're going to press our back to the mat. We're going to squeeze our fists. We're going to engage our legs. We're going to crinkle our toes. Pull everything into your center line. Squeeze everything in your body as hard as you can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then I'm going to give you 10 counts to slowly let go. So as slow as you can, start to release that tension. In 10, 9, slowly release. 8. Face is starting to soften. 7, 6, you can start to feel those hands open. 5, your back is relaxing. 4, pelvis is tight. 3, fingertips and toes are starting to open all the way up. 2, starting to melt into the mat. 1, we completely let go. Allowing your body to totally breathe. Taking this beautiful time just for yourself. Time to let go. Deepen your breath. start to wiggle our fingers and toes. And just bringing little sparks of energy back into our limbs. And when you're ready, you can bend your knee. Just roll over onto your side. Just taking a moment here. Good. And then we can slowly push ourselves all the way up. So nice. All right. And starting or finishing where we started. Then we can outstretch those arms. And we can breathe in all this beautiful energy we created. Bring it around our body. And if you made an intention, you can seal that intention back into your hands. Activate it. You can bring this energy and intention through your mind and into your heart forever. Good. And just bowing our head. Thank your body. Thank your body for everything that it does for you. All the experiences and adventures it takes you on. And how lucky we are to be able to move our body. And thank yourself for your motivation to come to the mat and spend time with your breath and your body and connected. And I thank you for practicing with me today. And the light and love in me honors the light and love in you. Namaste. Thank you.